Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
He knows as soon as he gives it to her, he's gonna give her his heart to her too.
And we'll have kids and get married.
That's too far.
Holy shit.
Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. It is the 21st of April, 2020. My name is Corey Winfield. Appreciate you listening. Here's a podcast that we do. And it's about recovery. And I started it a little over a year ago. And it kind of just is how I'm doing in recovery. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, none of that stuff. I'm just kind of going through the motions. I have been through quite a few treatment facilities, mental health facilities. Kind of have a good resume when it comes to talking about recovery and my own recovery. So I appreciate you joining me. Joining me today in the office, the second time I've had a guest in the new office, 217 Recovery office, and the guest is again Marney. Marney, hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Great.
Doing well.
Great.
Yeah, and we'll start today with checking in. Women get to go first usually, right?
Yeah, ladies first.
Okay. I mean,
Just checking in myself. What's going on with me?
Yeah, how's your day in recovery doing?
It's good. Today was good. Caught up on some sleep some more. Got a long work week ahead of me, which is a good thing. And yeah, worked on some paperwork. You know,
It was a good day for the wake up.
it was an extremely good day. Yes, the whole day was good.
How you wake up can really determine your day, though.
Yeah, I think so too. Made the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta make the bed. That way you know
Exactly.
you're not going to relapse.
Yep.
And Marty, today you have 235 days in a row.
Is that it? You got the counter on?
Yep. That's what I was looking at.
How do you do that? Put
Well,
that
there's
on
an app. I use, it's called Nomo. Like you want to go drink Nomo? N-O-M-O. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't mean that. I don't know.
I like it.
But you have 235. Dustin has 196. Chris has 192. And I have 493.
That's awesome.
So many days it's been since the hospital. We were handcuffed to the bed. It's like, it's got to be enough. And I remember this show was on. It was like Ancient Aliens, and I couldn't turn it even. I was in such pain from drinking, and just it was bad. It was real bad.
Couldn't even function with the remote.
Couldn't. And
Yeah, been there.
like, it just felt like I was there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like every minute felt like just,
I think I was in that same situation, but I was held captive with the Food Network was on. And I think it was a Chopped marathon. Yeah. So with no way to change the channel.
it's bad.
Suffered through it.
Yeah. So it's been that long since I've had to sit through. Well, now I watch it when I want to fall asleep. So.
Same with me and Chopped. I don't know. Must be a thing.
But my day, though, I talked to my therapist today.
How'd that go?
She... well, we'll get to it at the end of the podcast. She says that... Well, she said that she listened to my podcast, or our podcast, the one that we did when I was really tired, falling asleep. I don't know, was that Sunday?
Yeah.
It really was like, we did it after midnight, and she's like, yeah, you sounded tired. I was like, thanks, Susan. Appreciate that. But no, and it went pretty good. You know, I kind of told her about how I'm feeling with, you know, the whole COVID thing has people stressing, man. I just talked to my sister tonight, and personally I'm stressing about it because when the government, you know, I don't trust them. And I've been kind of screwed over before when I got let go for being depressed from the station in Benton Harbor, and they're not supposed to be able to fire you for depression, but they did anyway. And I was supposed to get unemployment, and I fought it because they said, no, you quit. And I'm like, how does them sending out an email saying I will not be returning, how is that me quitting? You know, and so I kept fighting it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just keep calling. I'll keep calling Marvin. I'll keep calling, and I'll get the unemployment that I'm owed. You know, they fired me, so never happened. And then I talked to this judge in Detroit with them on the phone. I'm like, why I didn't quit? I've worked in radio for 20 years. I've never quit. And when I did quit, I said, here's 2 weeks. I'm moving on to bigger and better. So it's not in my character to just, I quit. You know, it's not what I do. And the judge is like, well, you sound like you quit to me. Why didn't you go up there and ask them? You know, and I was like, why didn't I go up there and ask them? Was because I just got an email that was sent out saying that I will not be returning. What do you mean? Why would I go up there and ask them? Anyway, I'm over it, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ever since then, I just kind of have just distrust for
animosity.
Then I just don't believe it. If the government tells me to do something, we'll see it when the money hits the account. So the unemployment thing, I filed for that, and this was like 5.5, 6 weeks ago almost. Nico, stop. Sorry, my cat is jumping around like this is her office now. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, my litter box is over there. But anyway, sorry. So yeah, it's been that long, and, you know, I'm talking to other people, and they're saying the same things. Like, yeah, you know, I haven't got mine either, and mine says open monetary issue or something like that, or I don't remember exactly what it says, something similar to that. So I looked it up, and it's like, oh, it's because they're missing some piece of work, and I don't know what paperwork they want. So I wrote them a letter, you know, and submitted that, and sent 2 or 3 emails. My sister says she emails them every night. Mm-hmm. Like, stop it. She's like, oh, don't worry, they're not reading mine, they're not replying. So I don't know what's going on. She says that she wants to sue the state of Michigan because her and her husband had to take out from his 401k, and they got penalized and all that good fun stuff. Yeah. So she's like, you know, if we're supposed to be taken care of, and we did everything we're supposed to do, and we're not being taken care of, and, you know, Trump's saying, hey, we're going to give $600 a week just for federal on top of what you're getting through the state, and they can't even deliver that. Like, if they don't want to give us the little peddly, you know, whatever I'm getting a month or a week through the state, will give us what Trump gave us. You know, like, where's that money going? Mm-hmm. Whitmer, we're gonna need some answers here. Yeah. Same, like, why aren't them roads fixed? That's another whole issue. But I have a hard time trusting them, and so I feel like right now I'm not really delivering in the relationship that I'm in, and as far as like money wise, I feel like I'm slacking. And that's kind of causing, not depression, but it's causing me to feel inadequate. So I'm kind of taking those feelings on, and I was talking to Susan about that, you know, and it's hard to trust the government, like I said, you know, from something that I should have gotten before when I was fired for having a disability, which is severe depression, clinically diagnosed and everything, and they let that slip through the cracks. So, I mean, why wouldn't they let any of this slip through the cracks? You know, I was kind of taught that the government, they go out of their way to make, kind of like insurance companies, they go out of their way to make sure you ain't getting yours.
Right.
You know, so it's, I don't know, I just don't trust it. I'm starting to feel like, But at the same time, I have to live in the moment, in the now, and I can't sit here and let that, am I not going to get what I think I should get? I can't let that mess with me, and because I don't know. Maybe I will get it, and I'm like, I was stressing over nothing. And I tell people all the time, why are you stressing over something that you have no control over? Right. You know, I've done everything that I've needed to do, and am I going to get it? Am I not? I don't know, but I definitely can't let that get into my head too much where I go drink, because that's just, well, not an option. And 217 recovery rides will be starting soon, so that's. Yes. That's something I should be more positive about, because that is going to happen. Yeah. You know, they're just waiting for a background check thing or whatever she said. But she said that'll take a week. And once that comes back, I'm taking people to doctors. And then once we can take people to meetings, we'll start taking people to meetings, NA, AA, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I should be more focused on, and having good wake ups.
Right. Well, that stuff is, that stuff never went away with recovery rides. It just was on hold. Just everything has been slower. Everything has either come to a screeching halt, or people are finding different ways they have to do things, or just at pause. So, just we keep in mind, keep our goals set, keep following through with what we can, in the meantime. So and you've kept up with everything. I mean, best you can, keeping things moving forward. So, but I'm with you on that stimulus thing, because like for myself, like I haven't filed taxes in years. I haven't really. I probably shouldn't say that, right? No, it's okay. It's the truth. It's the honest truth. And so, I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, where does that leave me? I'm still American citizen, right? Still part of, the economy. And, now I'm a part of the workforce, paying my taxes. But, so I don't know. They're saying there's a bunch of different articles and stuff I've read that not to worry about that, and that I'll end up getting it. So I'm hoping that's true. But like you said, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, until I see it, I'm just not gonna count on it,
Yeah, and Tyrone called me today because he was kind of in. Well, he said that the government just takes his taxes, but that was a situation with him where they were taking stuff that they shouldn't have been taking, and I don't remember exactly what it was. It was in October, and when he moved in, he was telling me about it. I'm like, no, bro. I was like, here's what you got to do, and I kind of told them what to do, and they ended up, because he was on a fixed income, and they were taking like a fifth of it, just taking it, saying you owed us this, and it's like, nah, they can't do that, bro. And so he ended up calling them, and they were like, oh yeah, well, what we'll do is we'll take $5. And he's like, hell yeah, that's a lot better than what you were taking. And he called me today, and he was all excited. He's like, hey, remember when you told me to do that and had me do this? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, they said that they were taking too much and this and that, so they cut me a check for X amount of money, And he was like, thank you. I'm gonna buy you some food. I'm gonna buy you some dinner.
Man.
Nice.
So that was cool that he would call and thank me. He didn't have to do that, and it was nice to hear more good news, from just advice that I had given him. When he was kind of in a very frustrated state and situation where he was yelling at this lady on the phone, which we've talked about on the podcast before.
Yeah.
But he was like, MF of this and that, MF, F you. And we hung up. I was like, Tyrone, please tell me you were talking to a man. And he was like, no. I was like, oh, man. And then walking through that's some lady who just woke up on a Monday morning who just got to work, and then she had to deal with you. Like, come on, man. Like, well, you don't know what kind of day she was having. She just works there. She wasn't the one making policies, and she was just answering the phone trying to help you. And MF and this and that. And I was like, Tyrone, then Chris, he loved this, because I was like, Chris, that's somebody's daughter. He's just like, yeah. But, oh, look at Nico. She's using the bathroom. Oh, you gotta love it. Professional studio with a cat box. Maybe that does need to be moved out of here. I don't know. You're closer. How's that smell?
I think you scared her off. I think she didn't finish her business. I think she was like, this is awkward.
The cat's just staring at me. She has that poop face going, that.
Jeez.
Yeah, so, okay. So that's our check-in for today. A little long-winded, I guess. But I want to get to, since we're talking about government, I want to talk about COVID-19.
Of course we are.
I'm gonna tell you what's really going on out there, America.
Oh, geez, let's hear it.
And
this is your theory.
This is my facts.
Your facts.
This is what I know to be true.
Okay.
From
prepare yourself, folks.
The Jesus gave me the message, and he put the thoughts in my head, so it can be bad, depending who you ask. I say this with hesitation, because I'm afraid of what the government's going to do once they find out I'm telling the truth. I'll be speaking the truth out here, in Traverse City, Michigan. I want everybody to know it.